You are warmly welcome today too. This is Time with Ebo. And then on this platform, we have the chance to talk about things that will motivate us, that will encourage us, and help us to achieve success. Yeah. I'll continue to urge you to subscribe to the channel. On YouTube, it is Think Biblically. On Facebook, it is Ebo Hagen. And then on TikTok, it is Ebo Hagen. I want us to talk about something, and that is taking charge of your life. Taking charge of your life. The reality of life is no one is going to take charge of your life for you. There will be points where people may help you, people may guide you, but when it comes to the one running your life, no one is going to do that for you. It is going to be you yourself. And that is the point where people get to when they realize they are failing, then they end up blaming family. Some will blame their background, some will blame their education, some will even bring the country they find themselves in. These things are common because we see them. But one thing that one man said, John C. Maxwell, he said something that life is 10% what happens to you, but 90% how you respond. Yes. So it explains why two people will start up from one place, but they will end up in two different places. That is life for you. It is the person who is going to take charge, who is going to take control of his life, has a higher chance of succeeding. And no wonder the good word, the Bible, in Galatians 6, verse 5, the Bible says, each one should carry their own load. So if you want to succeed, then you must learn how to take charge of your life. Yes, you must learn how to govern yourself. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some soft skills that will help you to take charge of your life. And when we talk of soft skills, I'm talking about certain skills that they help you to manage yourself and to interact well with people. That will help you to succeed in this life you find ourselves in. And the first thing I want us to talk about is self-awareness. How best do you know yourself? How best do you know yourself? So self-awareness basically means understanding who you are, knowing your strength, knowing your weaknesses. And this will help you to know your purpose in life. And that is why people always encourage us, learn about temperament, learn about the 4 different types of temperament, the main ones, get to know which one you have, and then build on it. Because they will let you know your strength, they will let you know your weaknesses. But we find ourselves in a generation where people are busy spending time trying to become who they are not. They are trying to become someone else because they want to fit in. But Socrates says something. Know thyself. Man, know thyself. When you know yourself, you are going to make better decisions. When you know yourself, you will choose the right path in terms of your relationships, in terms of your career, and you are going to avoid unnecessary struggles. So let me share with you a Bible story. Time now, David, only Goliath, walk on. Now, on Saul, as a king, I'll try his best to support David. One thing Saul did was, offer David, bra, Benjamin, how content me, I'm on the Benjamin Foko. But one thing David said was, no, this is not suitable for me. And in 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 39, as what David carried there, I cannot go with this, for I have not tested them. Why? David knew himself. Because when you know I tell one more before. Because wasted in the way with the strength, it lies that was all you know, not mobile obiayim. So if you want to take charge of your life, you must ask yourself such questions. What are my strengths? Do you even know? What are my weaknesses? What kind of future do I really want to build for myself? So self-awareness is a foundation we lay when we want to be in control of our life. You ought to know yourself. So think of it. Just reflect. Do you know yourself that much? The next skill we'll talk about is communication. And I see a lot of people fumbling when it comes to communication. And to no wonder you will see two people in a relationship, in marriage, with human. ɛna ɛko ne tirim no how wɔredwene biribi ho no in his mind no the other person should know meanwhile nipa no ɛnka nkyerɛ no and it is a problem sometimes asɛm na ɛdɛ ɛka kyerɛ obi no na wabɛyɛ dɛ sɛ ɛfɛrɛ o sosoro o it's because you lack communication skills. So this is something that you ought to learn because you have to be able to communicate clearly. You should be able to express your thoughts, your ideas, your visions. You should be clear about it. And those who are great leaders, those who are successful in whatever field they find themselves in, they don't hide their ideas. They don't hide what they think. They don't hide their opinions. They will share it. But the brainer, we find ourselves one thing when it comes to communication. Yes. So understand this. You should start acquiring that skill. Start learning it. Be intentional about it. You should be able to speak clearly. And if you're going to speak clearly, then you should learn to listen to others. So you learn to listen to others carefully. Express your ideas confidently. Try to understand people. Because if you ask na you so you be one class or one corner area, now you be a pay you are getting others involved. The only way they will understand you, they will understand your point of view, they will understand the angle you're coming from, your perspective of how you say things, is when you communicate. So don't be a passive communicator, whereby as an orange, no, I don't know the way you style be. Be bold, be confident. That is your opinion. Let it be out. Just speak it out. Be plain about it. You see, being confident doesn't mean you are disrespectful, Daddy. Oh, if you are confident about something, doesn't mean you are disrespectful. As I know, any impany in yard, and you have reasons any impany in yard, so you should be clear about it. Until we enter relationships at 1, 2, broken heart, 1, 2, akasakasa, 1, 2, 5. It is because we fail to communicate how we feel clearly, how we want things to be. We feel when there are mistakes, we're not able to highlight for the person to know that it doesn't sit well with me. So we are saying that learn the skill of communication. It's a skill that you have to learn. The next skill that we are touching on is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Proverbs 16, the verse 32, the Bible says, he who is slow to anger is better than the mighty. In other words, a person who can control his emotion is better, stronger than a warrior. So when we talk of emotional intelligence, how are you able to understand and control your emotions? Especially when it comes to your relationships with others. Emotions, whether bad, whether good emotions, they are supposed to be part of us. Because every emotion will change what our body wants. It tells us what is happening. But your ability to control, to manage them, I was it, and with emotional intelligence. I was it, you can cope with it. And if you are someone who can get hold of your emotional, not a timing bomb, you are taken. Small thing, you are angry. Small thing, you react to that thinking, you react on impulse. Now I create BB, Papa, now your phone, now Froby, and Shana Hoba, now I know why you soon na a chapa. Learn to control your emotions. Learn to manage it. So don't allow pride to destroy your friendship, to destroy the relationship you have with your co-workers. No. It is a form of emotion. You can control it. So learn to manage it. And the Bible is showing there. We have to control. We have to manage our emotions. The way I'm not people will criticize you. You face rejection. Yeah, maybe I'm careful there. I don't want you to know. You'll be rejected. Understand that is life. And people will misunderstand you. How as an eternal, go for and answer them. It is part of the realities of life. So accept it. So that you will fail at certain opportunities. You will not get there. All these things are part of life. People will disrespect you. They are part of life. So when those things happen, obviously, your emotions are back, but you need to keep charge of it. So pause before reacting. Yes, sometimes that small second, a few seconds pause, it will save you from a disgrace. Think through and understand before you speak. And that is why you need to listen to people. When it comes to conversation, when you're having conversation with people, now today, we are listening to speak. We are not listening to understand them. Take your time. Understand people. Don't rush. Because in common a reason. And if you're someone who is able to listen clearly and understand people, you understand their emotions. And that helps you to also guide your emotion. One thing you should do, forgive quickly. Just forgive. Pa. You see, say as a chobi. Now that tension anka you will experience that tension is gone. You feel free. So learn to forgive and maintain peace. The last thing I'll talk to you about in building soft skills in taking charge of your life is your decision making. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He will direct your path. Proverbs 3, the verse 5. We take a lot of decisions, but if you're able to master how you take your decisions, you will succeed in life in the sense that the decisions you took yesterday is reflecting today. The ones you take today will reflect your tomorrow. So choose your friends wisely, choose your habit wisely, choose how you spend your time, and choose how to respond to challenges, to situations, to how people treat you. If we're able to decide perfectly well on what to do, then you'll be able to direct your path well. This is a skill that you have to learn intentionally. You can't always make mistakes. You can't always start afresh. One good decision will take you there. Thank you for sticking with me today, and I will encourage you to share the video with your friend. Let's start with Ebo Hagen. God bless you.